Yeah, I'm almost free. There's so many things I want to do and eat. Oh, there's so much I want to eat.
Wait, he came with us?
Yeah.
Because I thought that Kagachi had just said you're free to go, and the kid was like, "Yay!"
No,
and I
you're
thought
free to
he'd-
come with us
Oh,
if you'd
to
like.
come with us. I see.
I'll make it happen, but first, I gotta get to town.
Kagachi, I don't think this boy realizes he's passed beyond the veil.
Listen, I understand how you feel, but you won't be going back to town. You're going to the next life. You need to accept that. What? You don't get to decide that. I'm going back to town, and you can't stop me.
Is he gonna turn into a monster along the way?
You can't do that. The dead must cross over to the next life and be reincarnated. But I'm not dead. I'm alive. Look. No, you're not you. La 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 la. Can't hear you. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Why would I be dead? I'm not dead. I'm just not. Is this how you've lingered here for as a soul for so long? By rejecting your own death? I don't want to cross. I like being alive. I want to live. Wait, there's still time. Look within yourself. It doesn't have to end this way. I'm not dead. I won't go.
This is terrible.
Damn. At least I can do is put him out of his misery.
And there's this sad music behind this battle.
Ow.
Well, couldn't persuade him otherwise. If there's so many monsters littering the paths, doesn't that mean that the majority of the population has become these things? How do people travel from one town to the next without getting attacked? Or are watchers also exterminators? I suppose they are. What do you think? Wander? You've been awfully quiet.
Focused.
Oh, I suppose you are.
Goldthrax is toughy. Ow, what? Are you serious? Ow, ow, ow. This is going to be bad.
Who
Because they're stun locking me.
cornered you?
Nobody loves a good stun locking.
Also the poison. Yeesh. That's a stink bug in action.
Pain in the ass. I think this is my least favorite boss
Well,
to begin with.
it has those arms that act as fans, and he's perpetually shooting out tornadoes that toss you about and also damage you.
And
in
home in
small
on you?
increments. Yep. Then they use slams every once in a while, but not. He isn't stunned long enough. Oh, okay, there. Well, that's his stun, but you got caught up in it. He closes his carapace more swiftly than other ones.
Like, I get what they're trying to do with this guy. Holy crap. That hurt.
Well, you have him down past halfway. Just a little bit more. Really, maneuverability is key. Nice. That was a good chunk.
I wish, like, you could hit him with his own tornadoes or something, because I think that would be an easy way of doing it.
It'd be nice if there were particular spirits that had counters to things like that. Imagine if you could bring out the chain guy and he whips his chain around in a circle.
Yeah.
And that dissipates the tornadoes, but only him and maybe one other spirit have tornado dissipating abilities.
Why did I do this? Okay.
And you're almost there. Just a couple more strikes. Ah. Oh, good. You went right under his arm.
What the? Oh, come on.
Aw.
That's another thing I've noticed about this boss. And some of the other bosses, you can be wildly outside of their range, quote unquote.
What is a sliver of HP left? Ah.
I know.
Just get him.
There
Finally.
we go. No kill animation? He denied his own death and wandered, lost, alone. And for how long?
He never would have found happiness. You saved him, Kagachi. At least, that's what I believe.
I'd like to think that too.
Yeah.
It's never easy, is it? This work we do. And yet, we're the only ones who can do it.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right. We have to save the Night Devil.
Yes.
How can the realm condone reincarnation when it gives birth to such evil as the Night Devil? I just want some hope, Lyn. Even if the kingdom is facing destruction. And once I find it, I'm offering that hope to you, Lyn. You, who have given everything to the realm. I swear it.
Thank you, Kagachi. But I already have hope. You've been my source of hope ever since we met. So it's time I made a vow of my own. I will see this through to the bitter end with you.
I appreciate that.
In the meantime, I'll try to remember what I can.
Y'all could be voice actors. People tell us that a lot. It'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. Has it been half an hour?
Yep, it has. Thanks, Square, for the beauteous bounty that is game.
Thanks for giving us Oninaki.
What, really? Oh.
We need to have more conversations like that.
What?
The main characters.
Yeah, they do. Like, honestly, I would enjoy it if they actually, in these games, just talked as the characters were wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, The only games I can think of that really do character, like, team, team building, like team dialogue. This program has been brought to you by the smell of the color 5. Oh man.
Why? What? Why the smell of?
Why not?
Ah.
Just a dumb, but it's a funny dumb.
So.
But the Tales
Lynn,
of games usually had pretty good character dialogue.
Is Lynn the 11-year-old sovereign that was killed?
Oh, absolutely. And Soju is the evil twin.
But he lived a while longer.
Mm-hmm.
And still wants to kill her, even in death?
Yep.
Because she had banished him. Technically. Or that it was fated by their family. I don't know.
This is where Soju came before he turned into the Night Devil.
It's pretty desolate.
What drove him to such hate?
Well, he was expelled from the realm despite being of the progeny's bloodline. That could be a start.
Someone to talk to?
Ghost.
Oh, no. Get out of there now. You're gonna get killed.
That's interesting. There's no monsters, though.
Huh.
Yet, at least.
It's just usually when you're in that blinded state, it's instant death if something does find you.
If something does hit you, yeah. Well, let's talk to him. You there, how long have you lived here? Do the names Soju or the Night Devil ring any bells? The Night Devil. Now, there's a name I haven't heard in ages. You know of it? Doesn't everyone? I hear it was born right here. It was. He was just a boy. But he had a fire in him. You could see it in his eyes. And now, I must sleep. I need some rest before they arrive. Who's they? That's not your concern. Just one more question then. Do you know what caused this hatred? Or his hatred? The source, huh? I seem to recall that he'd already killed someone by the time he arrived here, but I don't really remember now. I see.
Maybe it was Zav? Who knows?
We should have a look around. Benilog, we'll learn a bit more about the Night Devil.
Good idea.
Oh.
There you go.
Confusing.
Are all the memories scattered about this singular town?
Probably. This might actually be like an adventure zone of the sort.
Mm-hmm. Nothing to battle, but stuff to see.
I've
Can you
never
go
seen a
inside those
chest in a
homes?
town like that before.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hit anything yet. Right, that's where I came in from. Well, either way, let's go grab that next spirit. See if he's anybody interesting. Oh, dual blades.
That he is.
We should check how many spirits I have.
The soul of Damon Regan?
Yep, Damon Regan. I'm just reading their name.
Mm-hmm.
Regan, a Damon who's a natural on the battlefield. The Regan's upbringing left him with a coarse tongue. His heart is no less kind for it. He still holds distant memories of turning away from a warm, outstretched hand. Regan uses speed as his weapon, defeating foes by overwhelming them with quick attacks. He also employs counterattacks and evasive rolls for a highly technical style of combat.
think it's funny how he has the big fuzzy hood. Very interesting character designs across the board.
Yeah, the character designs remind me of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but more consistent and less fan service, which I really appreciate.
Oh yeah, I've always liked that about these games. They don't really have the fan service.
Like, the plots are kind of messy and confusing, but they're legitimately trying to tell a story without any, like, crutches. You remember anything? I'll keep looking then. 1 second.
Taking a stretch?
Yeah, my back just gets stiff sometimes.
Sorry.
It's okay, take your time. We have the Night Devil's Pass right here in front of us. I'm sure we'll find something of use.
Thank you, Kagachi. Oh! Did you hear that? It came from the settlement.
Stay right there, son. This is our fight.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow!
You know, once upon a time we were the bad guys. It was so long ago now the details are fuzzy even for me. Only these poor souls remember us and the extent of our crimes. They're the souls of everyone we've killed. They can't cross beyond, then they can't fade. They're stuck here, holding an eternal grudge against us. This life is all we've got left, and we'll spend the rest of it confronting our crimes.
Why, are they a people of bandits or something? Or what's the... Whoa, centipede creature!
I'm a watcher. I can't just stand here and do nothing.
So that thing, it has legs and it belly flops and...
Well, that's not half bad, but I can't use it now. The swarm.
Well, who knows how many people they killed over the course of their lives. Which begs the question as to what this village was. A safe haven for bandits and thieves outside of the kingdoms? I don't know. Oh, cool. So it became that sphere with the spikes. I wonder if you'll eventually start taking pieces off of it. That'd be cool. Lasers? Huh.
Yep, it's got lasers.
Ouch.
Ah, I was hoping I could jump over it.
Ah, that inflicted some damage. Oh, those are homing to an extent.
Yep, they are, which is really annoying. Because I don't have that many heals left. Can I? Okay, I can cross over. Then staggering knockback, another hit reactions.
Oh, do you have to fight in the spirit realm in order to get some of those buffs?
Yeah, so Lynn will only help me in the spirit realm.
Okay. might be the most vulnerable when it's charging up for those lasers, but eh. It does have a fully exposed back.
Yeah, unfortunately this game doesn't do weak points. It'd be cool if it did. Weak points or vulnerable states are quite a lot of different things.
After this point, might want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Because it is getting late.
Yeah, and we had a really late night last night. I'm really curious.
How many pieces there are? Is that what you're thinking?
Pieces? No.
For his memories.
Let's see.
Ultimately, it seems as though you're supposed to pacify the spirit of the Night Devil by acquiring memories, appealing to its nature, its past, knowing its motivations, and then being able to argue against it. But without Kushi, what form would he take next? What do you think? Part of the Howling Mass? No.
Back to himself?
That's right. But he probably wanted to inflict harm upon the real world and needed a human vessel for that.
Yeah.
There you go. Explosions. Oh.
You're pretty good, but you lack conviction behind your blade. Just like him. Just like the Night Devil. Come on, stay with us. Ah, what a lovely smell. Is that a flower? Yes, a Linnea. He always did love those. He'd pick one every day and just stare at it. It seemed to calm him somehow. Did our shock when he became the executioner? What drove him to such hate? To this day, I still don't know. You say the Night Devil liked Linneas. But I don't see any blooming here. No, they haven't grown here in some time. Perhaps beyond the forest.
We'll check.
Can I sleep now? I'm so very tired. So very... Yes, rest well. He paid for his crimes on his own terms.
But this was an awful way to die.
I know. We have to make this realm a place where these tragedies no longer happen. Let's go. We got work to do. I do wish we got some closure as to what these people did.
What their crimes were?
Yeah.
I'm assuming banditry at this rate, but oh. What?
Looks like we can go through here. Come on, Lynn.
Ah, is that a Linnea blossom right there? A bunch of them?
Kagachi! Look! Linneas!
You're right.
It looks like they form a path.
Really?
Look at them. They're all planted one after the other, in a line.
I think you're right.
We should follow it. There may not be anything at the end, but we can at least see how far it goes.
Sounds like a plan. There's no such thing as a long shot at this point.
Ooh. Now this part of the forest is just so vibrant in comparison. Just studded in pinks and greens. Even the water has a rainbow effect on it. So you're trying out the swordsman now?
Yep. It seems like it's going to be a...
He's a very swift class. I suppose when you are able to acquire his side abilities, you'll see what he comes up with. Oh, did he employ some kicks there? That was really cool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a roundhouse kick.
Ow. Come on. Hate that when I'm, like, standing behind an enemy's butt, and they, like, have their hand up high and they still hit me because the hitbox doesn't care about verticality.
Well, I almost whittled him down.
It
It looks like the next section is just a bunch of those, as people refer to them as the Dark Kirby's.
Cannon flare troubles. That's okay, I got a solution on these guys.
Whoa. Monster Hershey's. Ah! Those are the kind of creatures you can imagine a protagonist slashing their way out of.
Yep. There we go.
Woo.
That is a very effective ability.
Hey, that one has a blue lantern on top of its head.
Not for long.
Oh. Just wondered if it was a slightly more competent Penguin.
Yeah, it is. It has a lot more HP.
No, I was referring to the one of the penguins with the blue lantern.
Yeah, that
on its
one.
head. Wait, are you still fighting it? I only see the
just
Hershey
killed it.
monster. Oh, okay.
It was just underneath.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this guy's coming into the fray too, and the other Hershey's are making their way over. Ah.
I like to think of them as the Oogie Boogers.
The Oogie Boogers. I mean, they do have a body type that resembles Oogie Boogie.
Let's see. Do we have any skill points on this guy? We have one. Holy crap, that's slow. I mean, I guess
Once
it kind
again
of
with
makes...
the red hair, the red-haired young man. Everyone else is blonde or platinum blonde, but the redheads, they have to make a distinction. I like how those blades appear to be two halves of the Halo sword.
Oh, yeah.
Or it would be one of those blades where it looks like they're meant to be slapped together.
Yeah, I feel like he should have a move where they combine.
Who knows? You might have one. Notice how I think one of his spells had mentioned banditry or bandits.
I'm just grabbing all of his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I might hand myself a handful of null stones, maybe, for like the cannon guy and so on and so forth. The characters that we really don't want me to use. Because that'll make this
passion,
so
intuition.
much easier. Time to start using abilities that I have no idea what they do. Well, I hit him with something.
Everything's so vivid. And at least the music seems consistent here. Not appropriate for battle, but for the environment.
Okay, so the answer is he's not very good.
Nah.
Holy crap, Reaper. So the problem is all of his abilities are like counterattacks and like dodge backwards and hit an enemy. The problem is it requires the enemy
timing.
to have actually moved with you when you did the dodge backwards. So half the time he just misses.
I see. Nah, it's never to have it's never good to have a character that relies heavily on what the opponent does to you. Better to be self-sufficient in that respect.
Yeah, it's all about a dodgy playstyle. Bedtime?
Unless you think that we're gonna get to the next. I'm just wondering if this force is gonna keep going on point to point to point to point.
Yeah, it looks like it might be pretty long. Okay. That's entirely fair. Let us to bed with us. And then I might either grind or...
Ooh, the Eternal Garden. That's what it's called.
I would like to look up a chapters list. I'll have to see if there is one, because... like, it feels like we're probably in the latter half of the game at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
And it would still be nice to know how much longer we have to regain all the memories of our daemons.
Well, I mean, like I said, I can either grind a bunch, which, you know, since it's a flat leveling curve, it's not actually a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can just give myself a bunch of null stones. And just unlock the characters that I refuse to use. Because that would be easier.
Ooh. How did you learn that one? Doesn't... Oh, I see. You already had the other two there.
Yep. So I can get up to this one. And it was nearly 30 minutes again. Thanks, Square. Yep. Thank the Square.
Yeah, thanks Square Enix for providing us with Oninaki.
Thank the Square.
Very pretty game. Love the artwork for these characters.
And of course, Zov has a boatload more skill points.
Ooh, yes.
Go Zov.
Where's this next point?
Heck if I know.
I think it's on the other side. Isn't it?
Yep, there it is.
There.
A really expensive one.
Well, it might even be his final memory.
Yeah.
Unless they go to 5. Right, currently it seems to be 4.
Guess we'll find out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting 4. He had survived. The boy had outrun his horrible fate. And now he stood before me. Fate was testing me. I could feel it. I had no way to save him, no even words to comfort him. All I could do was meet his sword with mine. And in the end, the life I'd failed to save took mine instead.
Yep, he was definitely killed by the Night Devil.
I burdened him with yet another crime. Such is my legacy. My soul has been overrun. Overrun with disgust and sadness. What should I have done? I still don't know the answer. But if nothing else, should we ever meet again, I will offer my soul up to him. Yep, so that was the last of his memory. Oh, and we had another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zana. She had the younger sibling that died, and how she didn't like how people couldn't grieve.
Eventually, the realm created the Watchers. My parents suggested I join their ranks. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I'd have a chance to see the raw emotions.
And it's going to take a long time for it to continue.
That grip the dead, and those they leave behind. But my time as a Watcher provided no answers. If anything, it deepened my confusion. Many of the souls I met had unfinished business in the living world. They were utterly consumed with grief, but those they had left behind could not grieve. It was as though the living covered their ears and pretended not to hear the cries of the dead. You mustn't grieve. Those meaningless words became a curse that gnawed at my very soul.
Okay, now let's save again.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 save files for this game.
So she was a Watcher.
Yep.
That's nice to know.
I bet we beat this game within 4 save files.
Ooh, that's what he looks like? Neat.
Yeah. I think